Hey, what's good, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, it is yours truly, Mike, coming back at you guys with another video today. Ngayon din. Let's get it out the way. Magandang umaga, magandang gabi, magandang hapon, which means good morning, good evening, and of course, good afternoon, depending on what time you guys choose to watch this particular video today. You know how I do. I was online doing some research, and something struck me in my mind. Something was like, you know what? Let me do a Google search to find out the top five places for Black American or African Americans to live abroad if they ever choose to want to retire or if they want to choose to leave the United States behind altogether. Basically, top 5 places that Black Americans should move if they choose to no longer want to live in the United States or if they want to retire. Now, I checked out quite a few lists. Not a few. 3 to low. I checked out 3 different lists, and for the most part, they have kind of sort of the same countries in mind. And, my thing is, I just had to make sure, and I just wanted to see and clarify if the Philippines made the cut. Now let's go ahead and go through the list real quick. I got my laptop open. One particular country I'm going to save for last because I really wanted to have a topic and discuss it a little bit. And this one shouldn't be a surprise for, Black American men, as this being probably number 1 on most of everybody's list. But of course, we'll start with like 5 or something. This is not in any particular order, but I'll just say 5 considering that I'm counting down. So number 5, the number 5 place that they recommended Black Americans or anybody wishing to leave the country that is of my skin complexion to move to is, parts of Africa, not South Africa, but, Ghana and like Nigeria, Tanzania, those areas over there, they recommended that place, which is not a surprise. It's all about cultural heritage, things like that. You should really want to know where you come from, know where your people come from and things like that, as expected, okay? But there were quite a few surprising entries on this list, and we'll get to them in a minute. So we'll say Ghana, West Africa, Tanzania, the West African place all together. They also mentioned Costa Rica. We'll say that's number 4. Costa Rica, I guess that's more so, Dominican Republic area type situation. They had Costa Rica on there. But here was a shocker, actually. New Zealand. If Black Americans wanted to leave the country of the United States, of course, they recommended that they go live and retire in New Zealand. They go on to mention that they have an International African American Day or something like that. I don't know how that particularly goes, but that was definitely on the list. That one shocked me, though. I'm not going to lie. New Zealand, because I never would have put that one in my head, personally. And again, I don't know if this is based on opinion, if it's based on surveys or polls. All I know is that I've checked this site and another site and another site, and these were generally the places that people have said that Black Americans, such as myself, should retire or live just in case they do not want to live in the United States anymore. Okay, moving on, we have Hong Kong, China. And I'm not really surprised about that one either. There was a YouTuber that I checked out, and she was a Black American, and she was living in China for a particular period of time. I think it was only a month, but she said she was struggling because, over there in those Asian I don't know what it is about China, but she said people like to stop and stare and take pictures of her. So I guess it was just something she was not used to. Sometimes they're polite. Sometimes they ask to take the pictures. And then sometimes she was like, they would just stop and stare at you and just look at you for an extended period of time, whether it's in shock or awe that you're Black American and you're in China. But she was going on to explain her story, and I kind of found it really, really interesting. And I did not think that that would be the outcome of somebody such as my skin complexion going to move to China, or I don't know what part of China she was. I think she was in more of a rural area. This was definitely not in Hong Kong, but I guess in Hong Kong and those bigger city areas, it's definitely a different story. But who am I to say? Because I've never been, but I plan on going. That's definitely on my bucket list. Hong Kong, Macau, those places like that. I kind of feel like those definitely need to be on my list of places to go if ever I wanted to travel anywhere inside of the country. Okay, so Hong Kong, and then we said Tanzania. So we said Ghana, Tanzania, New Zealand, Hong Kong, and let's go ahead and get to the last one. The one that I found on every single one of these lists for Black Americans, more specifically probably Black American men, was the great country of Thailand, people. Thailand made the list all the time, and it was ranked in like the top 1, 2, maybe even 3 places for Black American men to retire and or live, just in case they do not want to live in the United States anymore. Philippines didn't make the list, guys. Philippines, damn, it did make the list, man. I was shocked and I was disappointed and I was sad. So I guess it's my job as the Black American Filipino, I don't know, I ain't Filipino, but the Black American ambassador to the Philippines to go ahead and promote it on my own and do what I do best and do my own thing. And that's just the way it's going to be. I know I got to be the one to do it because somebody's got to do it, right? But Philippines didn't make the list, guys. I was like, dang, man, that's really a shocker because I guess in any instance, Philippines is more geared towards the Caucasian male. I don't know. I don't understand the correlation or how it came to be, but Philippines did not make the top 5 list of places for Black Americans to retire and or live just in case they want to get outside of the United States. Sorry guys, you can't see me. You know how the camera does. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to it. I saved number 1, Thailand, for last, specifically because if you guys are not sure, there is this big divide. And there is this big, like, I don't know what it is. It's not really something that is known on a global scale, and it's not really known all around. But for those that live in the Philippines and those that live in Thailand, like girls from that are Thai and girls that are Filipina, and they're not, time out, let me rephrase. It's not necessarily just the women from the country, but definitely the people in general from these 2 particular countries. There seems to be a divide and there seems to be a clash, almost as if they don't like each other. And I don't understand, is it about country pride or whatever? If you mistake one for the other, like if you call a Filipino somebody, a Filipina or Filipino, somebody that say that they look Thai, or you call somebody from Thailand and say they're Filipino and they're, that's not who they are. I think there's a big offense that people take when it comes to this thing. And I don't know what the clash is or the divide. Again, I guess it's country pride, but I almost feel like people from Thailand and people from from the Philippines do not like each other. And I don't know why. Now, personally for me, I got to shout out to my boy Divin Towns. He's been to Thailand, and I gotta give a big up to him, and I definitely gotta reach out to him and tell him what the appeal is about Thailand, because I have not been there yet, but I know that I'm going. Don't get it twisted. I haven't been there yet, but I know I'm going. And I mean, he's been there probably a couple times, and I need to go ahead and see how he feels about it and tell me his point of view. Although I don't think he's been to the Philippines yet, so he can only talk about Thailand based on Thailand alone. Such as myself, I can only talk about Philippines and the Philippines alone. But one thing that I do know for sure, to be accurate, is that most people in Thailand do not speak a lot of English, as opposed to the Philippines, where it's taught in schools as part of the basic education. They're taught to speak English. Don't get me wrong, it's not always perfect, but at least they're taught. As opposed to Thailand, it would definitely be very hard to have conversations with people from Thailand, from Thailand, that are from Thailand, haven't been outside of Thailand. It would probably be difficult to have conversations with them because they're not I don't believe that their English is as good as those in the Philippines. Please, guys, if I'm wrong, tell me. Comment down below. Let me know. But like I said, man, there's always been a clash between the ideologies of the countries of Thailand and Philippines. And I guess it's just no person from either country wants to be confused from being from the other country. But like I said, man, Thailand's on the list, man. It was always number 1 or number 2 on all 3 of the lists that I checked out. Again, man, I'm just like, damn, man, Philippines didn't make it. Again, you're looking at the ambassador people, and I'm young, so I could tell you some things. But definitely, man, if you have any comments down below of places as far as Black Americans are concerned, anybody who is concerned who wants to drop a comment, let me know. Tell me what places you think, Black American men such as myself or anybody else should choose to retire just in case the U.S. is no longer for them. Tell me, because I'm interested to know. You know, this is a debate that I want to open up to everybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who was of my race, you know, but I kind of sort of just wanted to keep the doors open and understand the situation from multiple perspectives. If you're living in, you know, New Zealand, or you're living in Hong Kong, or you're living in Thailand, or you're living in anywhere else in the world, if you ever come across this video, let me know the reasons why you feel. As a Black American, of course, if you're not, it doesn't matter. But let me know your opinions of the countries that you believe, you know, Black American men or any men for any instance should choose to retire, just in case the United States or their own country is no longer necessary or meant for them. As always, guys, you know, I just want to drop out some good topics, you know, anything and everything to inform my crowd, inform my audience, and let you guys know I'm here for you, man. I'm just here to have fun, and I'm just here to put together some really good content for you guys. I made it to 350. I don't know unless somebody unsubscribes to this day right now. Now and then, I got 350 subs, so I appreciate that 100%. You know, I don't want to make this video long, but I got another video coming up. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but it's a good one. It's about, you know, subscriptions and people doing, you know, how people get subscribers and stuff to their channels and stuff, and things that I find to be funny about it, and, you know, understanding demographic and things of that nature. But hey, man, I do what I do, and I'm happy to do it for the people that I do it for, even if it's only 350 of y'all. Spread the word, spread the channel, let them know that this boy Mike here is the truth. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Peace.